For me, it is the most annoying part of summer. Dealing with bug bites, whether it's a mosquito bite, chiggers, something more dangerous like a spider bite. It's really important to know how to treat it. Dr. Stacy Chronister is an internal medicine specialist with OSU Medicine, and this is our topic for today. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was shocked when I was reading through your notes that not all mosquitoes like everybody.
No, so actually only 20% of the population is responsible for 80% of the bug bites in the summer.
That's me.
Oh, I'm the problem. Same.
I do not understand them. And mosquitoes just, I mean, they gravitate. Do we know why?
There's a lot of ideas
Theories.
why, and you know, maybe it has something to do with our diet, our size, maybe even just the fact that we aren't as hairy as other people, you know, so we're easier and more vulnerable. There's a lot, maybe underlying medical conditions, but it's all speculation.
We're super simple targets. Okay, so we want to go through, just a word of warning. We have some images that we're going to go through, and they might seem unpleasant this morning, but I wanted to kind of explain so that when people see these types of bites, they'll know what they're equated to.
Yes, because when you see these, they might look scary, and you wonder, do you need to see a physician?
Right.
So I want you to know what looks normal. This is actually ant bites. Ant bites are kind of all over the place, so they're not usually in the linear pattern. They're kind of all in one area, like you stepped on a mound or you got near it and they attacked. And they're bumps. You can see they're like little fluid-filled vesicles, and they're red, terribly, terribly itchy, and you can get a lot of swelling around that joint.
Okay, the next one is the proverbial mosquito.
The mosquito bites. The thing with mosquito bites is they can look angry and big. They have excessive swelling, so a lot of redness, and the swelling around it, especially if you get it near a hand, a foot, a knee, you really do start to wonder, is this cellulitis? Because this looks so bad and it becomes so swollen. It's not, it's just a histamine reaction.
Okay, next one are chiggers.
Chiggers. Oh, we have chiggers bad here in Oklahoma. They love those tight spaces, so around the ankle lines, the shoe lines, the waistband, the panty lines. That's where they really love to live, and they're all kind of gathered in that space, but close, really itchy, but not as much swelling with them.
Okay, and then the spider bite is really pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious because it has the two fang marks, right? And so you can again have a lot of itching, redness, and it can streak in certain ways. But I want to show you a few pictures of what you do need to be concerned about, because although this looks scary, it's actually just a spider bite. This is something that is very concerning. This is Lyme disease. Luckily, we do not have a lot of Lyme disease here, but it is deer ticks, which are much bigger than our usual dog ticks. So make sure when you look at the tick, if you see it, make sure see if it's a deer tick, and you're gonna look for this target-like lesion. Now, even mosquito bites can sometimes have a little bit of a target. It is very clear when you see it.
Yeah.
It's not, oh, is this a target? It's obvious like this.
No question about it.
Yes.
And then one of the concerns is the Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
Mountain spotted fever. Unfortunately, we do have cases of this in Oklahoma every year, particularly in children. It can almost look like chigger or ant bites around the wrist and the hands. I'm sorry, wrist and ankles. It starts at the feet, hands, but it then moves and it starts including the body with it. And they usually will have fever, some confusion. The kid isn't acting quite right. If that's the case, absolutely go to the emergency room.
I want to circle back to the spider because a lot of people are very concerned about the brown recluse.
Ooh, and we have a lot of brown recluse here in Oklahoma. So really, the difference here is you get that dark necrotic center, so that black center along with it. I gave a very mild picture of it here because that's the starting point, and that's the point that you need to seek medical care. Unfortunately, this spreads and can cause a lot of tissue damage. And we sometimes have to clean that out. The biggest thing in this is put an ice pack on it right away to stop that venom from spreading.
I have about a minute left, but I want to go through prevention and then just real quick about over-the-counter things to do. So, you know, being fully clothed is nearly impossible.
I mean,
especially
you know,
it's summertime.
But you know, if maybe making sure you have some sort of bug spray on, maybe you're keeping away the perfumes and then the good smelling things that might attract them. If you're really prone to severe allergies, staying away from those bright colors that make you look like a plant is a good idea as well.
Okay, good. Also, we talked about the stagnant water, and make sure if you have those electronic devices where it can hang and get rid of the bugs, that's good too.
This is interesting, the B1 vitamin. So thiamine is a vitamin you can buy over the counter, has actually been shown in studies to decrease bug bites, maybe because it changes the way you smell a little. So I think we're both gonna end up trying it, and hopefully we don't dislike the way we smell this summer, but I would rather have a B1 smell than
scratching and itching all the time.
Exactly.
Over the counter, do you take?
Absolutely, antihistamines, Claritin, Zyrtec, Allegra, the easy stuff that doesn't make you drowsy is a great place to start. If it's severe, go for the Benadryl. If you have a really severe reaction, Zantac is another histamine reaction or a blocker that you can add on. The topical stuff for Benadryl is okay too. Topical steroids if it's really bad. But otherwise, really just ice packs is the best way to go. So cool it down and don't itch it.
Sit on my hands. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
We'll see you again next time. Appreciate it.